All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to my bishops, apostles, or elders, a great millstone. Shalom, salutations to the brothers out there pushing the word of sincerity and truth, who are delivering the run of faith to the elect, so they can run the race of salvation. Shalom to the elect, which is the Harbakarium. Shalom Harbakarium, which means peace to the elect, which consists of the men, women, and children that have the true, sincere faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. I'm the brother Amoth out of the DC Church, and I just wanted to do an in transit video, and I wanted to start off with this, right? Because this is 1 Corinthians 7, verse 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. And right, you see this fashion of this world not too long ago in the 2000s, baggy clothes and things to that, baggy clothes and being a thug was in fashion. Now the fashion has changed to where skinny jeans and being a drug addict is the fashion, and not giving a F about life. That's always been the case with Israel, but you see it more and more prevalent that now the pills is popping, and Jake is making money over the internet. People are becoming famous overnight, and you see all that fame and gloom, right? People are not as excited to exceed celebrities and things of that nature because they experience all this excitement and dopamine too frequently. And you see social media is killing this world, man. Depression is throughout the wazoo. These mega corporations that sell these pharmaceuticals are making massive amount of money due to the fact of how people feel. And the more they pump that social media stuff out there, the more it makes people feel a certain type of way. So you see the fashion of this place is going to pass away. It has to pass away. There's no way it can stand. The scriptures say a nation that is set against itself shall not stand, roughly paraphrasing. And we see what this nation is just nothing but, what she say, lies and bullshit. Lies and BS, man. They'll say one thing and do another, or they're saying one thing and it's really meaning another thing. Like Apostle Hall was talking about, like them speaking in code. You got to be able to read the code, but the Lord gave us the spirit of eye to see. So we'll be free from these bonds, these curses that's put upon them on Babylon the Great. All right. And you see what, and it says not as abuse in the world, right? We we understand that we have to use this world. Shit, stuff like this, man. That's just saying. I only got one more scripture, and I'm gonna go ahead and move. But you see the fashion of this world, people like to abuse it, and that's why people got more of a short attention span. People have more trouble concentrating. What is it called, ADHD? If they didn't change the acronym, to where more and more people, or more and more people are developing this ease. But really, it's all about just focusing on the things to where it can get ahead and gain you and improve you. A lot of times Esau, and then Esau's minions was made up of Jakes, to really push their agenda, because they're a part of Satan's clan. But you see that they focus more on the problem, well, let's give you this pill, versus on strengthening your mental so it can strengthen your spirit. And that's what you see throughout all the scriptures. It says, be strong in the Lord, be strong in the Lord. How you be strong in the Lord? You gotta, first of all, it comes from hearing. You hear, and what that seed is planted, But it's up to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to water that seed so it can grow. That's why prayer is important. It says, pray without ceasing. I see more and more evident the scriptures the scriptures say itself, speaking not lying, because praying without ceasing is what? It's helping you maintain those distractions that's in this world. And that's why we go off in certain places because of our lusts and these distractions. These distractions, man, they're a killer, and fulfilling the lust of the flesh. Let's get that. This is Galatians 5, verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit. So you can't be in two, bro. And that's one thing, that's a beautiful thing I learned this week. You can't, Can't be in the spirit of listening, you over there jamming and vibing into some music and then just totally jump into the scriptures and think you're going to be super spiritual. It doesn't work like that. Things take time. Fasting, praying, meditating. You constantly listening to music and not listening to the scriptures. It's going to have a certain vibration on you. So you're not able to fulfill the spirit as much as you could from doing certain things. Mainly, the spirit's got me on the music thing. And, the music that we listen to today is super demonic. They're praying over that stuff. They're using certain demonic words and tonality and things of that nature to get ahead and summer up Satan. So that's why it's a good practice not to listen to music before camp. Beautiful, right? So it says, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. Yeah, when you at camp, man, the spirit is definitely what they said. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Yeah, the flesh is weak. Your mind will veer off into other things and to that nature, but the spirit will always be not begging, but pointing or poking at you to pay attention, to lock in. And that's a big thing in the part of Israel, is that mental focus. So if you don't have a certain type of mental focus, you don't have a certain amount of mental clarity. You can't see things. Everything is too foggy. That's why you can't really see, because things is real murky, and you can't focus on one thing because all this other stuff is in your way. So that's why the scriptures say, you can't take a piece of speck of dust out of somebody else's eye when you got a whole beam in your eye. You got a whole thing that holds up a tower. Holds up a building in your eye. You're trying to take this little speck out of this brother's eye. So consider your ways, man. Are you fulfilling the lust of the flesh, or are you fulfilling the lust of the spirit? Because you only can be doing one at a time. You can't do both at the time. So that's why that's beautiful. The spirit just hit me, said, you can't have two masters. It's either you're gonna love the one and hate the other one. Okay, and keep on reading Galatians 5 verse 17. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Right? So the flesh is constantly holding us back from prayer. The flesh is constantly holding us back from achieving a certain type of mental strength, so you could be more spiritual and not so being reactive to the flesh, being carnal, wanting to fight things out and make people understand or see things from your point of view, And I realized that too, man. You can't force this thing on. You can't force this thing. It says, "Force not the course of the water," right? And you gotta understand what not forcing the course of the water. It also applies to the brothers in the truth on Salakia and in the camp, because we're trying to convince the gainsayers and stuff like that. But the thing about it is, like, even the brothers on the inside, we still have some convincing to do. So it's a lot of work we got to do. But it's challenging, but it's achievable. So that's why we constantly want to feed the spirit and not the flesh, so we don't have to fulfill the lust of the flesh. Because the lust of the flesh, man, is you can't fulfill the flesh. It's just going to want more and more. It's like a woman. It's going to constantly want more. Oh, we did this. Well, let's amplify it. The flesh, you can't satisfy that. You constantly going to be wanting more and more better food, more and more happy times. It just doesn't happen, man. And through this video I seen, it said something that he had learned through Buddhism, Stoicism, and the people that do the Hindu stuff. They all got certain like philosophies or sentences or paragraphs that they go by. And so he said something that he has seen is that happiness or feeling happy is not true happiness. They talk about it's like a process, right? And it makes sense, right? The reason being I say it makes sense because in this truth, when you first get this truth, or even while you're in the truth, you come across certain trials, and in the beginning, it doesn't seem so pleasant. That's Hebrews 12. It doesn't seem so pleasant, and you going through the motions. You understanding what you have to do to get ahead and improve, or basically handle a certain situation so you can get over this problem that you're facing right now. And once you understand through that process that you are eliminating this obstacle that's in your, it's in front of you, you understand that through that process, man, that achieving that obstacle, that's the true happiness. Feeling accomplished, not actually going to a bar, getting a woman's number, maybe same night you knock the boots, then you feel next day your bank account's depleted, you're depleted because going all night and stuff like that, and then at the end of the day, what did you profit? The only thing you profit was getting your rocks off, spending some money. You got another chick underneath the belt. But yet, what did you learn spiritually? Did you, was there some type of like edification in there? Besides when when things go left, you learn from more turmoil than anything good. When I say good, it's like then you having like a good time at a party or something like that. What you learn, man? You learn how to flip some money, pimp the money. A lot of stuff doesn't come from happiness or like being happy. A lot of you see, right? Look, check this out. You see that a lot of edification comes through like confusion, man. Just to keep it all the way, not just confusion, but turmoil. Things don't look so well. Like, how about this? The only thing I got related to is like a fight. You lose a fight, and you understand like certain weaknesses that you have, certain things that you could have done better. So that's why I say you learn more through turmoil than you learn from having a good time. Like I said, you go to you go to a gathering. It's not even a party. You meet the chick. The chick is cool. 2 weeks later, you're hanging out. Everything is vibing. You come to find out she's a demon, or maybe she's not a demon, and you wind up knocking her up. Whatever the case may be, you don't get a whole lot from happiness. You get a lot from going through it, man. Let me see if I can get this right quick. I can get that red light. Too many words, not enough scriptures. Salaki. Try to get this green yet. There we go. Salaki. Got rocket slow, Slow and easy. But yeah. Let me get this. Is gonna be Hebrews 12. I'm not sure of the verse, but I know it's like now no chastising seems beautiful. This is Hebrews 12 verse 11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So what? Hey man, nobody likes to exercise, but some people do it because they want the gains. They know they gotta go through that pain to get the gain. Hey, that's beautiful, man. In order for you to get the gain, you gotta go through the pain. But time, and what? With time plus pain equals change. But don't let that change be negative, because it's hard to gain it back. It's like time, man. Time, you can't get that back. It's spun. It's already gone. It ain't coming back. So you might as well don't look back there. Don't look back. Don't look back at that time and say, I fucked up. Nah, man. Now knowing what you know now, how you gonna improve and change. Let me see. What's going on there? You gotta watch out for these people. It says, verse 12, therefore lift up the hands which hang down, and the feeble knees, and make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out the way, but let it rather be healed. Yeah, but the thing about it, what it says, make straight paths for the, so what that's saying right there is making straight paths for the ones that hands are hanging down low, and it says feeble knees. Yeah, and feeble knees, like people that don't have them as much strength as you. So what we got, it says make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame. So yeah, the ones that don't have as much strength be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. Yeah, you don't want somebody, you didn't make things clear. You know, it was up to you. You was set to the challenge. How about Shemai Shai chose you and put you to the test to see what you was going to do. And what it says, make straight paths, man. You know, it's going to be, you got to understand. You got to tell Jake, like, it's going to be difficult, but it's achievable. You know, and the Lord wants to see what's in your heart. And we just passed the day of memorial of blowing it's like the Feast of Tabernacle. And, you know, Deuteronomy, the 8th chapter, it goes, that whole thing just goes into that as far as what the Lord challenging your spirit, you're challenging your heart. This is Deuteronomy 8. I'm going to get to the point, and I'm gonna close out. Deuteronomy 8, verse 2. And thou shalt remember all. My bad. Let me just keep going. All right. Yep. This is good. Deuteronomy 8, verse 2. And thou shalt remember all the ways which the Lord thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness to humble thee. You know, so what? We understand our tests, our trials and tribulations is what? To be humbled. It's the Lord. Hold on, let me keep reading before I jump the gun. To humble thee and to prove thee